campaign to promote STEAM, science, technology, engineering, the arts, and mathematics in the Federation. There are projects in need of donations for it to be successful. A donation would be highly appreciated. Most of the success stories show how we can continue to revolutionize our Federation. For the past 3 years, the St. Kitts Nevis Robotic Association has sent members of the robotics team to participate in the international first global competition in countries such as Mexico, Dubai, and the US.
Go check it out and give them the support through those awesome people, because that's what they need. Plus, by supporting them, you support me over here on the show. Now I know there's one support name. More of a reason not to donate, but come on. A good deed goes a long way.
Boom, 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 bada boom, boom. Who's boom, boom? Who's booming, booming? Ah, bye.
Alright, got me, make some paper, yeah.
All right. You know, it can't be a technical show without technical difficulties, man. Like, it just wouldn't be it. But because maybe we had that and not some people heard it, I got my computer over here. Computer, please, just run back. You have it on loop, man. It's not like you gotta compute anything new. Tell them how they can support the St. Kitts and Nevis Robotics Association, and let's go. Well, bam.
If you go onto the website sknra.org, you'll notice their ongoing campaign to promote STEAM, science, technology, engineering, the arts, and mathematics in the Federation. There are projects in need of donations for it to be successful. A donation would be highly appreciated. Most of the success stories show how we can continue to revolutionize our Federation. For the past 3 years, the St. Kitts Nevis Robotic Association has sent members of the robotics team to participate in the international first global competition in countries such as Mexico, Dubai, and the US.
Go check it out and give them the support through those awesome people, because that's what they need. Plus, by supporting them, you support me over here on the show. Now I know there's one guy like, support name? More of a reason not to donate, but come on. A good deed goes a long way.
All right. That's what you heard. So go and do that when you got the chance to. Go and check them out and give them the support that they need, because they are awesome people, and that's what we do, because we're nice over here, guys. We give awesome people the support they need and require to continue to be great. Now, what was I saying? Oh, as always, I'm here to keep you updated on the first global Connecting Communities robotics competition. For those who might be new, tuning in for the first time, yeah, technical difficulties is an IT show. The first global robotics competition is basically a series of challenges where 174 countries compete against each other for the championship. For those who don't know, our small island, St. Kitts, is actually competing in this competition. And currently we are placed number 24 out of 174. So big round of applause for the people at the St. Kitts and Nevis Robotics team. I'd say out there clapping for them. All right. Yeah, man. Big round of applause for the people at SKNRT, or the SKNRT. That's what I call them. St. Kitts Nevis Robotics team, putting in the hard work and continuing to impress. I have one last announcement, but I'm going to let the homeboy Sanjeev handle this one. Sanjeev, please let them know about the podcast situation.
All right. So the podcast that was announced 2 episodes ago, we are still in the works of getting it done. We just need a few things that I've been asking Naim to get me. But overall, you guys are going to be able to check us out on Google Podcasts, Chromecast, and Castbox, and a couple of other podcast things. So you can go and check us out on sknra.org, where it should be linked soon, or you can go and check us out on Spotify, SoundCloud, and the other platforms where you will be able to find us. Just look up for the Let's Talk IT podcast, and you'll be able to find us.
Oh, and Sanjeev, while you had the mic, you already passed it back over, but while you had the mic, basically you're a member of the St. Kitts Nevis Robotics team. So tell us how the competition has been going. Just give us a little insight on that.
Well, let's just say we're nearing towards the end. We're in the last 2 weeks of the challenge. Even today, right now, as we speak, I'm currently working on one of our challenges that's supposed to be submitted tonight. So we are trying to be one of the best that we could be. We have a really good team this year. Well, each year we have a good team, but this year a bigger team, and we have more support, more hands on deck. So all the challenges have been going on smoothly. We have 2 more challenges and a very interesting technical challenge coming up soon that the whole team is interested in, because it's something to do with, let's just say, hackathon. So for those who are listening, hackathon doesn't mean you're hacking someone. It's just something you're going to do with software, programming. So you'll be given a task to program something, and you'll be programming based on that. So something that's interesting, the entire team is interested in. So.
Interesting. You know, it's kind of disappointing that hackathon is not about hacking. I was like, what? We hacking into each other's robots who can hack the fastest? That would be a little crazy. We still have a little bit of time. So last time we had the members of the C9RT, or the COVID-19 response team. I'm so every time I see RT, I think of the St. Kitts Nevis Robotics team. From the SKINRA, yes, St. Kitts Nevis Robotics Association, and IITAE, the COVID-19 response team came in and explained how they've been working to help students with e-learning on a platform such as IITAE, uploading like what I believe was 25,000 courses in it. You could nod to the camera, you know that, right? It was 25,000?
25,000 lessons.
25,000 lessons, yeah, 25,000 lessons. 300 what?
And 71 courses.
371 courses, 25,000 lessons in 2 days, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I got that part right. They've been working extremely hard trying to make the educational environment on the site great for teachers and for students, so I tip my hat to you. Mind you, I'm not actually wearing a hat. Everyone can actually see me now, so I'm not wearing a hat. But just imagine I'm wearing a hat, maybe like a top hat or something, or a snapback, for all, to each their own. Boy, I continue to impress myself with how unfunny I am. You know that, right? Boy. Now it's that time again. It's time for the gold star question. And we're back at it. So, computer, can you do your job and take it away with what this is about?
A riddle or a question will be asked to you, the listeners, and whoever calls in and provides the correct answer will receive a gold star. 2 gold star questions are asked every time the show airs, and you only have 1 chance in giving the correct answer. Once you win a gold star, you automatically get a shout out live on the air for your achievement. If you win 3 gold stars, you can suggest a topic you'd like to hear us talk about on the show. Remember, that topic must have some relation to information technology. If you win 5 gold stars, you can suggest a guest you'd like to hear us speak with on the show, and we try our hardest to get them on the air. And if you get 8 gold stars, you can join us on the show to participate in the trivia section. To participate, call us at our numbers at 466-0989, 662-0989, or 762-0989. The international numbers are 0333-344-0065 for the UK, 718-285-6984 for the US, and 305-921-4619 for Canada. That's 466-0989, 662-0989, or 762-0989 for our local audiences, and 0333-344-0065 for the UK, 718-285-6984 for the US, and 305-921-4619 for the Canadian audiences.
Thank you so much, computer. And our first gold star question for tonight is, why did the developer go broke? This one has a little wordplay to it, so before you answer, think about what I'm saying because it's IT related. So why did the developer go broke? I can't wait to hear your answers. And after we come back from this brief break, we'll actually get into the topic. So we will. I'm trying to. This is why I said I need sticky notes in the beginning. This is why I need sticky notes. We will see you soon. See you soon, guys.
Join us on Win FM every other Tuesday for Let's Talk IT from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. to hear our hosts, Naeem Richardson and Janiqua Esdale, speak about different aspects of social media, technology, and STEM advancements in youth. Tune in, ask questions, and let's talk IT. Brought to you by the St. Kitts Nevis Robotics Association.
Hey, how was your day? Glad you could join us today. We got it with no time to play, with no time to wait, so we're gonna keep up the pace. Hey, most likely, y'all don't know about IT. I mean, like, most of the old folks, they don't know.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Today we're talking IT.
Yeah, okay, hey, yeah.
Today we're talking IT.
Yeah, alright, ooh,
We're gonna keep it live.
Okay.
Learning here is likely.
Hey.
When we're talking IT.
Hey.
IT.
yeah, hey,
Today we're talking IT.
Know your computers, this for the viewers.
Today we're talking IT.
We are the tutors, we got the humor, yeah.
Today we're talking IT.
okay.
Learning here is likely.
Learn to hear
When
is
we're
likely,
talking IT.
so let's start IT.
All right. Everyone, welcome back to Let's Talk IT. I'm your host for tonight, Naeem Richardson. I'm joined with the other people in the studio, Anthony Gital, keeping the wonderful Janiqua Esdale company. Oh boy, could you imagine just as you roll, you're just keeping somebody company? Lord. Where we last left off, I asked the first gold star question or riddle to our listeners, and you know, some people might just be tuning in for the first time, and people are like, boy, I ain't trying to hear this again. I mean, like I decided it would be best if I just let the computer explain one last time before people who just might be tuning in. So, yeah, compute. That's what I'm calling you. Do you think?
A riddle or a question will be asked to you, the listeners, and whoever calls in and provides the correct answer will receive a gold star. 2 gold star questions are asked every time the show airs, and you only have one chance in giving the correct answer. Once you win a gold star, you automatically get a shout out live on the air for your achievement. If you win 3 gold stars, you can suggest a topic you'd like to hear us talk about on the show. Remember, that topic must have some relation to information technology. If you win 5 gold stars, you can suggest a guest you'd like to hear us speak with on the show, and we try our hardest to get them on the air. And if you get 8 gold stars, you can join us on the show to participate in the trivia section. To participate, call us at our numbers at 466-0989, 662-0989, or 762-0989. The international numbers are 0333-344-0065 for the UK, 718-285-6984 for the US, and 305-921-4619 for Canada. That's 466-0989, 662-0989, or 762-0989 for our local audiences, and 0333-344-0065 for the UK, 718-285-6984 for the US, and 305-921-4619 for the Canadian audiences.
Ooh, I remember when I used to say that was a mouthful. Pause. The first gold star question again is, why did the developer go broke? I repeat, the question is, why did the developer go broke? It's a wordplay question. Some people were like, Naeem, it's easy. I'm like, instead of texting me, why don't you call in? I gave you a chance. And I have the calling thing right here on my right. So, oh, wow, somebody is actually calling in. Hold on, let me see if I can get this correct. I hold it down, and then they should be talking. Hello? I'm going to turn up all of these to make sure.
Hello?
Oh, okay. I got it right. Yay. Hi, how are you doing tonight?
Doing great. How about you?
I'm doing wonderful. Whoa, you are low. Sorry, it's my volume settings. I'm getting better at these things. Hello, madam. This is...
Cafe.
Oh, so you're trying to get more than one. You're actually trying to get what, 3 now. Let's hear your answer, right or wrong. Let's go. Why did the developer go broke?
The developer went broke because he used up all of his cash.
Ah, boy. Ah, boy. You are correct. You are correct. For those who don't know what cache is in IT terms, it's a collection of items of the same type stored in a hidden or inaccessible place. So usually when you're on your phone, it's like clear your cache, it's like clearing some of your storage. And that gives Tessa what, 3 gold stars now. Come on, guys, y'all who listening, before y'all come back in, you can't let this girl beat you. You really trying to get somebody on the show or something. Well, how are you feeling about that one, Tess?
Great.
All right, well, we'll hear from you another time. Have a good day, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Bye-bye. I don't know how to hang up. And that is how you don't hang up, because it's still on. But let's imagine, why don't you do it and let me do my job, which is hosting, okay? Thank you. Thank you, Sanjeev. I don't know what I would do without you. So,
Today we're talking IT.
software. Most of us have heard this term before. I've even said it more than once on the show. Sanjeev actually said it earlier in the show. But do we really know what it is? So let's take a dive in history, its importance and intricacies of what is software. And let's just talk IT. Ha, you see I put weaved in the title. The dictionary definition of software is as follows: the programs and other operating information used by a computer. Basically, all the digital components of a computer system is software. The term software wasn't used until the late 1950s, where a number of different programming softwares were being created. At this time, many of the early pieces of software weren't commercialized, only being used by scientists in big labs and large businesses at the time, where these same businesses and scientists had to create the software themselves. The advantage of this was that software was created with the intention to serve a specific purpose to the user, and the user understood what the software was intended to do. However, the disadvantages were far greater. Every business or laboratory had to have a capable piece of programming for use, and the software in most cases could not be traded to others. This was because it was created for one specific computer system. And as time passed, computers were small enough to be sold to individuals' households. We talked about this on a past episode with the history of the computers and the internet. This meant that software became much more prevalent. The common home user wasn't able to program their computers for themselves, and the average person wouldn't take the time to learn programming languages to do all of that. So the operating system was created. The definition of the operating system is the software that supports a computer's basic functions, such as scheduling tasks, executing applications, and controlling peripherals. Examples of operating systems include the Mac OS, OS stands for operating system, Linux, and Windows. This specialized software allowed the computer experience to be a lot easier. And one of the earliest operating systems was MS-DOS, the operating system that a lot of the IBM PCs used. IBM was one of the very first personal computers. That's what PC stands for. In the late 1960s and early 1970s, commercial software was now available to the average customer, and the ability to add different types of programs to any computer became possible and extremely popular. The first spreadsheet software for personal computing was VisiCalc, which stood for Visible Calculator. Now that is a better abbreviation than Scurrent and anything that I can create. It was originally released for the Apple II by VisiCorp. The VisiCalc became widely popular and was known as Apple's groundbreaking app at the time. Many significant software applications, including AutoCAD, Microsoft Word, and Microsoft Excel, were released in the mid-1980s. Yes, those softwares are older than you, older than me too. Open source software, another major innovation in the history of technology, began in the 1990s. Open source, my apologies, is software with source code that anyone can inspect, modify, and enhance. The source code is a part of the computer, that software that we don't usually see. It's the coding of how computer programmers can change the piece of software from the background. So basically, the code itself. The Linux kernel became the basis for open source Linux operating systems, released in 1991. Interest in open source software spiked in the late 1990s, and after the 1998 release of the source code for Netscape Navigator browser, mainly written in C and C++, those are two programming languages, and the release of Java by Sun Microsystems in 1995, open source software became extremely popular. And I'll just go over that one more time because, okay, Anthony, my guy, VisiCalc. Have you ever heard about that? You're an IT student. You're in your second year right now. Have you ever heard of VisiCalc?
I'm not accustomed to it. No. Not really.
All right. So, but everyone has heard of Microsoft Excel.
Oh, of course, definitely. If you're in high school, you should know it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and Janiqua, what about you with Excel?
I did learn how to use Excel in IT and OA, so yeah, I am familiar with it. However, Excel.
And has any of you know what AutoCAD is?
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's one of the softwares that's used to help students for architectural design. Am I right?
Well, yeah, it says AutoCAD is a computer-aided software drafting program. It is used for a number of applications like creating blueprints for buildings, bridges, and computer chips, to name a few. AutoCAD is a 2D and 3D computer-aiding drafting software application. It is commercial software, so you could think that people still use it up to this day, and it came out like in the 1980s, or that's what I said, 1980s or 1990s. Mid-1980s, yeah, mid-1980s. And Microsoft Word, which we all use. We all have had to use Microsoft Word before.
Dude, yeah, at least students in preschool should be able to use that.
I don't know if you would let a student in preschool go on an actual keyboard. But assuming they did, most likely, they'd probably use Notepad, but Microsoft Word is something as well. For those who don't know, Microsoft Word is more than just type, words pop up on screen, that's what you type. You can actually do a lot of things like a mail merge. Anthony, would you like to explain what a mail merge is in your own words before I get all technical?
You gotta give me the hard questions, man. Okay. I'll try to say it to the best of my ability. Mail merge is basically like merging one cell with another.
Cell? This isn't Word, my guy. Cell is actually used in Excel, people. Oh boy, if you were put on the spot for CXC. Mail merge is a handy feature that incorporates data from both Microsoft Word and Microsoft Excel. So you partially right, but we don't give half marks around here. And it allows you to create multiple documents at once, such as letters, saving you the time and effort of retyping the same letter over and over. So some people are like, hold on, what does that mean? So you can go in Excel, and it's a spreadsheet, so you can create a table and give it categories like name, location, address, business, what's it called? Title is Mr. and Mrs., right?
Yeah. Yes.
So then you go in Microsoft Word, you're going to see an option named Mailings, and then you're going to click Start Mail Merge. And once you're there, you can follow the step-by-step wizard and say you're typing a letter for a job application, you're typing a letter for a job application and you're going to multiple places. So you're going to need their addresses, right? And most likely the manager's name when you're applying. And it could be tiresome if I got to type this for so-and-so, then go back to change it for so-and-so. But no, in Mail Merge, you can type one letter, but you would be like, Dear blank. And using the Mail Merge, you can actually add in all the key things like the address and so you will never have to change it manually. You just make one thing and all the documents will come out based on how many categories you have. Not really categories, what's it called? Columns? It's not really columns. Rows. If you're applying rows. If you're applying for 3 places, you'll get 3 letters right there in front of you. So all of that in 1980, and all of that was because software came about and helped with the proper use. When we come back from our brief break, come on guys, you gotta have that phone off. You're terrible. Terrible. Actually, people were telling me to come off of my phone, so I ain't want to talk. But when we come back from our brief break, we'll get more into software and how it is used. So stay tuned.
Join us on Win FM every other Tuesday for Let's Talk IT from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. to hear our hosts, Naeem Richardson and Janiqua Esdale, speak about different aspects of social media, technology, and STEM advancements in youth. Tune in, ask questions, and let's talk IT. Brought to you by the St. Kitts Nevis Robotics Association.
Hey, how was your day? Glad you could join us today. We got it with no time to play, with no time to wait, so we're gonna keep up the pace. Hey, most likely, y'all don't know about IT. I mean, like, most of the old folks, they don't know.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Today we're talking IT.
Yeah, okay, hey, yeah.
Today we're talking IT.
Yeah, alright, ooh,
We're gonna keep it lively.
Okay.
Learning here is likely.
Hey.
When we're talking IT. IT.
yeah, hey,
Today we're talking IT.
know your computers, it's for the viewers.
Today we're talking IT.
We are the tutors, we got the humor, yeah.
Today we're talking IT.
okay.
Learning here is likely.
Learn to hear is likely, so let's start IT.
What is up, people? It is your boy and Richie. That's not what they call me over here. They call me Naeem Richardson. That's my actual name. I'm here with the mellow jazz in the background because I'm actually trying to calm down from that. I'm joking. Welcome back to Let's Talk IT. Hope everyone is doing well. I'm Naeem Richardson. Like I said before, I'm joined with Janiqua Esdale. Janiqua, say something to the people, please.
Hello.
Okay, that's all we're getting from Janiqua for now. Then we have Anthony G. Talio, big dog Anthony, keeping the girl company like a true gentleman should. Anthony, what's up?
Yeah, man, I'm alright. Just doing my job.
And then we got Sanjeev. Sanjeev, just look up to the camera. Don't give them a wink. Give them a thumbs up, please, or something. Like, that's big boy Sanjeev. Without Sanjeev, we wouldn't have anything working well. This is some wonderful background. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I love jazz. But before we get back into our discussion about software, for those just tuning in, it is that time again to have our second gold star questions. And I have to explain this one last time, but I'll do it quicker. For those who are just tuning in, a gold star question is me asking you, the listeners, a basic riddle or a question based on what we're talking about. I'm usually do riddles because that's kind of easier for some people. So then they go across, and I ask it, and you guys can call in on the local numbers 466-0989, 662-0989, or 762-0989. We already had our first gold star question answered tonight by Tassai Pemberton. So let's just give a round of applause to her. Good job, Tass. Good job. And the second gold star question, like I said, there's always two that get asked. Well, mainly two. It's very simple. Just call in, and I would like to hear from you. Second gold star question is, what was the first spreadsheet software called? I mentioned it earlier on in the show, and it would be good for those just tuning in to do a little bit of quick research. Nothing is wrong if you use Google. If I can't answer you, my boy Sanjeev right here will do the work and answer, because I, as a IT host, I kind of have technical difficulties working on how to answer the system. So the question once again, what was the first spreadsheet software called? Call in at 466-0989, 662-0989, or 762-0989. Back to the show. So I love how I said back to the show, and I'm not even back yet. Back to the show. So before we went on our break, we were talking about software and its earliest developments and where most of the software that we know came from. We're actually getting a caller. Sanjeev, how do I answer this? I hold it down, right? And then, hold on. Hello.
Hello, good evening. You're asking for the first spreadsheet software?
The first spreadsheet software. Yes, that is correct.
Is it VisiCalc?
Ooh, boom, 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 boom. I'm looking for the ding sound effect. Sorry. Boom, 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 boom. Good job, sir. Can we put a name to the voice?
Percival Hanley.
Percival Hanley. Okay, I got that right. Sanjeev, write that down. Good job, Mr. Percival. This is your first time calling in. This is your first time tuning into the show as well?
That's right.
Oh, well, I hope you're enjoying it, and I hope I'm not being too obnoxious. Have a good night, sir, and thank you for calling in, and you have that gold star. See you another time.
Very good.
Yeah. Boop. So I actually answered it correctly. Wow, no technical difficulties. The jazz smoothed it out for me. Yeah, it's VisiCalc, the first spreadsheet software. Yes, before Microsoft Excel. Before we went on a break, I started to speak on the history of software and how it developed mainly in the late 90s. And that leaves us where? Well, I'm going to turn the show over to Janiqua because people get tired of hearing my voice for a while. So, Janiqua, I'll turn the show over to you for a few that rhymed and let her continue, also rhymed. Janiqua, how are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling good.
You're feeling great. So, take it away real quick.
Okay. As the years went by, software became more and more complex. In the early days, software was only accepted via input from the keyboard. This is due to the simplicity of hardware, such as floppy disks, which can only hold minimal amounts of data compared to hard drive data. When hard drives became more common in personal computers, the software could now be installed onto the computer. This allowed companies to start creating operating systems and software in ways that hadn't been possible before. This also made it possible for large pieces of software to be loaded onto the computer without having to send the customer a stack of disks. When CD-ROMs, compact discs, and read-only memory became popular, large pieces of software could be given out easily, cheaply, and quickly. A CD-ROM is a pre-pressed optical compact disc that contains data. Computers can read, but not write to or erase. It is a type of read-only memory. CDs, compact discs, could hold much more information than floppy disks, and programs that used to be spread out over dozens of floppy disks can fit on one CD. This quickly became the standard for software distribution, and by the mid-2000s, floppy disks were no longer a standard feature on a computer. With the creation of DVDs, digital versatile discs, or digital video discs, it was now possible to have bundles of programs on one disk, such as Microsoft Office Suite. The Microsoft Office Suite included Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, Access, and OneNote. This happened because DVDs were able to hold more than a CD. We continue to move further into the future with the evolution of the internet. DVDs have become obsolete. People can now directly download their software without needing any physical medium to contain it. This helped to reduce the cost of creating software even more because now nothing needs to be manufactured and shipped to the customers. As technology continues to evolve, it is difficult to exactly say what the future of software entails with services like the cloud now being offered. With services like cloud now being offered, users don't even need to download software to their computers. They can now run the program directly from a cloud with minimal installation.
Why, thank you for that, Janiqua. I had to go take a quick step out of the studio. Thank you. I'm hoping you guys learned something from Janiqua. Boom, 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 boom. Waiting for that sound effect, and you get waiting. Okay, I was trying to time it. You get that round of applause for doing well. But you talked about the Microsoft Office Suite. Some people might be like, okay, I know about Word, I know about Excel. I'm just going to go into a little bit of detail in what some of these things do. Microsoft Word, unsurprisingly, is a Microsoft word processing app. It was initially introduced to modest reviews because the interface was vastly different from the former leading word processor, WordPerfect. But with the release of Windows 95 and Office 95 in 1995, sales steadily increased. Today, Word is the most widely used word processing program. It includes an array of features for creation and editing, including spell check, a rich text editor, and page features such as justification, paragraphs, and indentation. Microsoft Excel is Microsoft spreadsheet program. We talked about spreadsheet with VisiCalc earlier. And spreadsheet, it's the program that can be used to organize, format, and calculate data. You can create formulas to aggregate large amounts of data, graph and chart data, create macros, and develop pivot tables. Basically, this is like the more mathematical one. Microsoft PowerPoint helps you create professional presentations. PowerPoint first launched in 1990 using slides to display text, graphics, and multimedia. Since then, it's added a variety of features to streamline and enhance presentations, such as transitions, effects, timers, and software integrations. Microsoft OneNote, I know some people don't really know about this one. I know about it, but I don't know what it does. So let's see what I have written here. Microsoft OneNote allows you to jot down your thoughts before you forget them. Oh, I guess that was kind of evident. Microsoft OneNote. Microsoft OneNote allows you to jot down your thoughts before you forget them. Then notes can be shared with others. Much like a digital notebook, the application automatically saves and syncs notes. OneNote was introduced as a standard Office application in 2013, so not that long ago, 7 years ago, allowing even more users to be able to share their typed notes, drawings, and screen grabs with other online users. Then we go to Microsoft Outlook. Mainly used as an email application, Outlook is considered as a personal information manager, coordinating your calendars, task managers, contacts, notes, journals, and browsing sessions. We go over to Microsoft Access. That's something most IT students will be having to do for their SBAs because CXC is still a thing. Microsoft Access is Microsoft's database management system that provides a graphical user interface, and we've used that before. What does graphical user interface stand for, Anthony?
You mean GUI?
That is right. We actually call it a GUI. Some people call it a GUI.
GUI, but
yeah, but
you already explained the answer to me before you.
my guy, I was asking. Oh boy, why I got you here, man? Just here to embarrass me. But Access is Microsoft's database management system that provides a graphical user interface, or GUI, and software development tools that allows for stored data or imported data from other databases. With Access, you can use data to create forms, tables, queries, and reports. And for some people, it was the hardest part of the IT SBA. That's an inside joke for the co-singer of the show. He's gonna be upset for me saying that. There's Microsoft Publisher. Publisher is Microsoft Desktop's publishing program, emphasizing page layout and design. The program includes templates for frequent business needs like business cards, calendars, brochures, and newsletters. You can also create those things in Microsoft Word. SharePoint is Office's document management and storage system, allowing users and groups to set up passwords, protected document sharings in a secure, organized location. It's a popular tool for businesses, with 80% of Fortune 500 companies using it. And some people are like, hey, thank you for letting me know about all of this, but why should I have the Microsoft suite? Well, better employability. 82% of mid-range jobs now require at least a general understanding of Microsoft Office applications. Simply put, this means those with advanced Microsoft Office skills are highly regarded candidates for employment. So yeah, you can go get your EDPM classes with Deepak. Mr. Deepak, I hope you're listening. Thank you for teaching me this. and Mr. Neil, yes. Higher productivity. Chances are there are Microsoft applications that you use every day. Imagine how much time and energy you could save formatting documents in Word or working data in Excel if you knew the right shortcuts to get there faster. I know people say shortcuts are a quicker way to get to hell. Is that what it is? I actually haven't said that saying in a long time, but in computers, shortcuts ain't really all that bad unless you're trying to skip over a bug. Please don't do that, because then you can get in a big problem about the program. We don't like bugs, and I'm not talking insects. A bug is an error in code. Global compatibility is another reason why you should use the Microsoft Office suite. With over 1.2 billion Office users globally, goodness gracious, Microsoft Office is used widely by companies and education institutions around the world. Learning Microsoft Office gives you transferable skills that you can use anywhere throughout your career. And you can get Microsoft Office training almost anywhere. There's tutorial videos online, and like I said, there are EDPM classes. But when we get back from our break, we'll talk on the main types of software and prepare to wrap up the show. So we'll see you soon. I'll see you soon. And bye-bye temporarily.
Join us on Win FM every other Tuesday for Let's Talk IT from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. to hear our hosts, Naeem Richardson and Janiqua Esdale, speak about different aspects of social media, technology, and STEM advancements in youth. Tune in, ask questions, and let's talk IT. Brought to you by the St. Kitts Nevis Robotics Association.
Hey, how was your day? Glad you could join us today. We got it with no time to play, with no time to wait, so we're gonna keep up the pace. Hey, most likely, y'all don't know about IT. I mean, like, most of the old folks, they don't know.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Today we're talking IT.
Yeah, okay, hey,
Today we're talking IT.
yeah, alright,
We're gonna keep it lively.
Okay.
Learning here is likely.
Hey.
When we're talking IT. IT.
yeah, hey,
Today we're talking IT.
know your computers, this for the viewers.
Today we're talking IT.
We are the tutors, we got the humor, yeah.
Today we're talking IT.
okay.
Learning here is likely.
Learn to hear is likely, so let's start IT.
Ooh, I love that intro.
Nice. Made me happy, made me smile. Nice.
It did. Because that's what I'm here for. Welcome back to Let's Talk IT. We're in the last leg of the show, like it's a relay race, but it isn't actually a race. We take our time explaining things here. I'm Naeem Richardson, and I'm hoping you all are having a wonderful night. Today I'm joined with Sanjeev Suresh, as always, in the studio doing his thing with the technical side. We got Anthony being the good guy, keeping company in the studio and also providing some commentary. And we have Janiqua Esdale. You guys can raise your hands because you are on stream. Remember that people are watching you. So don't do anything stupid. Don't pick your nose, guys, because then you might get screenshotted. Last time we left off with Janiqua going through more of the history of software and how the world of technology has changed in order to adapt for the future. It's crazy, though, to think that like 40 years ago, the things we dreamed of as a fantasy, the things we dreamed as fantasy are possible. And it's crazy to think that it's crazier actually to think that the stuff we're dreaming of now or the stuff we were dreaming back like 4 or 5 years ago are possible. You know, they have flying cars. Well, not like hoverboard or stuff, but like there's a car mixed with a helicopter that you can drive. I think it's in Germany or something. And there are also mech suits like Pacific Rim. No joke. Even though the 3 laws of robotics, the first law actually states that no robots should harm any humans. And what are we doing? We got attack drones and stuff. Don't send any after me. I'm just reporting the law. Anyway, we got Janiqua over here to talk about the history of software. And it just leads you to always think that technology truly is fascinating. The entire airing, we spoke about what software is and how it's changed over the years. But one thing we didn't touch on yet, though, was how the 2 main types of software exist and what are they basically. Utility and system software. Hey Janiqua, you still there? You happy? You good? You still feeling good?
Yes.
Okay. Can you let the audience know what exactly is utility software?
Okay. Utility software is software used to analyze and maintain a computer. It is focused on how the operating system works, and on that basis, it performs tasks to provide a smooth computer experience. Some utility softwares come along with the operating system, for example, Windows Defender or Windows Disk Cleanup Tool. Antivirus, backup software, and file manager are all examples of utility software.
Why, thank you. Why, thank you. How interesting. How interesting. Well, let's continue with the definitions then, because I'm definition man for tonight, and you're definition woman. As most of you know already, antivirus software is used to protect the computer from viruses. That's why it's called antivirus. Viruses are pieces of software. Once again, software, digital. Viruses are pieces of software with malicious intent to harm your system. Antivirus software detects the virus and notifies the user to take action in order to protect the computer. How does this work exactly? Well, the viruses are held in a different location called a vault, and this has a different file system to see how the virus can affect it. The user can instruct the antivirus to eliminate the threat, saving your PC, personal computer. It is recommended that once you get a new PC, an antivirus software should be installed as one of the first things. So all those guys, what games are, I don't know, Fortnite, Valorant, I don't know, and all of that can wait. Let's make sure we get Avast or Anthony. What did you do? What is your antivirus software that you personally have?
Oh, Mavis, I think it was that.
Is that one?
Or Northern?
Norton?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. And Janika, what about you? What are you using to protect your computer?
I use McAfee or something like
McAfee?
Yes.
I think it's that.
Yeah, and Norton, because the Norton one came on the computer. So.
Yeah.
So remember, guys, get that antivirus so we don't get any viruses. Quick question to you two in the booth: have you ever had a virus on your laptop before?
Oh, definitely. The computers that was given to us during high school. Yeah, that used to.
The Dougie Tops. I could say that on the air.
Maybe.
What virus was it? Because we did talk about the types of viruses before.
Dude, I had no idea. Oh, type of virus.
Was it a worm?
It was the one that was stored on your computer.
That's a lot of them.
Remember, the definition is based on how we get onto the computer.
I don't know. I kind of downloaded a file.
Oh,
Trojan, maybe?
Could be.
Could be a Trojan.
Or what is it called? A polymorphic virus? Polymorphic, right? Where it can actually change its form, so you can think you're downloading the new Mulan movie for free, but no. You're not doing that. It's either you pay the $30 or just wait or don't watch it at all. Janico, what about you? Have you had any viruses?
Nope, never.
Oh, lucky you. I actually had a virus once, and I was like, what? How did this get on my laptop? And I was actually scared. I thought I would have to factory reset, wipe the hard drive. To those who don't know what factory reset means, just completely cleaning your laptop or device of everything that's on it before. I almost thought I had to do that, but no. I got and cleaned it. I forgot it was a boot something virus. Boot disk? Something like that. It was just making my laptop slow, and it was annoying. So the first antivirus software actually appeared all the way back in 1987. It was called the Reaper. Goodness, that's a little edgy, don't you think? Oh boy. What about the Reaper? That else I have written? Yes. Anyways, later that year, VirusScan, and that's a much better name. VirusScan was introduced by John McAfee, which later became the McAfee. It's McAfee, so McAfee, that's what I'm calling it, antivirus program. Oh, and Janiqua, you also mentioned a file management tool, right? Am I correct? Okay. Can you go into detail about that, please?
The file management tool is software used to manage files that are stored in a file system. An example would be the Windows File Explorer. Some other ones, you have File Finder for Mac operating systems and Discovery Opus. Opus or
Opus? I think it's Opus, maybe.
Octopus.
But thank you once again for giving us that excellent definition. Well, we seem to touch a little on utility software, so I only think it's right that we transition over to system software. But hold on, let me mention general purpose software. Oh my goodness, I said that word so many times tonight. If this was a bar and this was a drinking game, it would be take a shot every time you hear software. Don't do that, because drink responsibly, people. I don't drink, so I can't get nothing to say about that. But general purpose software is a form of application software. Application software is software, that is used for various tasks, not limited to one particular function. Example, Microsoft Word, as we talked about earlier, and you can get in the Microsoft Suite. It's a word processor that can be used to write menus, letters, novels, or even posters. Boop Okay, now we're back from that little side quest. Let's talk about system software. System software includes the programs that are made to manage the computer itself, such as the operating system, which we talked about before, file management utilities, and the disk operating system. System software provides a platform to other software. These are prepared by the computer manufacturers and are usually written in low-level languages. This is done so that the software can interact with the hardware at the very basic level. An example of a low-level language is binary. Binary is just a bunch of ones and zeros. And as a human, you can read binary, but it's going to take a lot out of you. But a computer is just like, oh, man, this is my language, It's just like that. So they're written like that so the computer understands it at a very basic level. System software serves as the interface between hardware and the end users. The important features of system software include that it has fast speed, it is close to the system, difficult to manipulate, written in low-level languages, which means it's written in a low-level language, which means in turn that it's difficult to design. Anthony, I'm going to ask you, because you're like a viewer right now. Give me a quick recap on everything I just said. Oh, well, what you picked out of it, so we can see if the audience actually learned.
Oh, low-level languages, basically
Binary.
binary. Thanks. General-purpose software. Hearing a lot of softwares, as you said, drinking game. Like such as Microsoft Suite would be one. And Janiqua touched up on file management.
And speaking about file management, the most important task performed by the operating system, memory management, the OS, from what I'll be calling it from now on, keeps track of primary memory and allocates the memory when a process requests it. Processor management, it allocates the main memory to the RAM, random access memory. We talked about this like on episode 4 or something, or I probably just briefly touched on it, to a process and deallocates it when it's no longer required. File management allocates and deallocates the resources and decides who gets the resources. Security, the operating system is supposed to prevent unauthorized access to programs and data by means of passwords. Error detecting aids production of dumps, traces, error messages, and other debugging and error detection methods. Like how I mentioned earlier, a bug is an error in the program. Debugging is removing that error. Scheduling, the OS schedules the process through its other scheduling algorithms, and a compiler is software that translates the code written in one language to some other language without changing the meaning of the program. Like a programming, some people might watch it and you will see like thousands of lines of code. A compiler combines it all into basically not actually a sentence, but just compiles it, like I said, make it smaller. The computer reads it like that instead of having to read it like a translator, which was the earlier version of a compiler, and would have to read it line by line. And that was very tedious for those programming people, but at the time it was very innovative. A compiler performs almost of all the following operations during compilation: pre-processing, lexical analysis, oh my goodness, I know how to pronounce this, but I'm just gonna skip it. Semantic analysis, syntax, directed translation, conversion of input, programs, and intermediates. I have no idea what that sound is, but I'll act like it's the AC. It's the AC.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's what you get when you have AC in the building. It is hot recently. An interpreter is a computer program that directly executes. It performs the instructions written in a programming or scripting language. Interpreters do not require the program to be previously compiled into a machine language program. An interpreter translates the high-level instructions into an intermediate form, which it then executes. Interpreters are fast as it doesn't need to go through the compilation stage during the machine instructions are generated. Interpreters continuously translate the program until the first error is met, and if an error comes, it stops executing. Hence, debugging is easy. Examples may include Ruby, Python, PHP, etc. And the last one I'm going to touch on is an assembler. An assembler is a program that converts assembly level language into a machine code. It takes basic commands and operations and converts them into binary code, binary 1 and zeros, specific to a type of processor. My bad. Assemblers produce executable code that are similar to compilers. However, assemblers are more simplistic since they only convert low-level code, assembly language, to machine code. Since each assembly language is designed for a specific processor, assembling a program is performed by using one-to-one mapping for assembly code to machine code. On the other hand, compilers must convert generic high-level source code into machine code for the specific processor. And wow, that was a lot of talking I did. But the world of technology continues to impress me every time I come on this show. And with that, I think I'm checking the clock. That's all the time we have left. Thank you once again for tuning in. But before we go, remember to check out the St. Kitts and Nevis Robotics Association, sknra.org, to help support their projects. Because when you support them, you support us, and that makes us all feel good. Meaning more fun, more jokes, and more conversations with us about IT. It is highly appreciated. For our listeners, we hope you enjoyed tonight's episode and learned something new in the process. Join us at 7 p.m. every other Tuesday. That means not next week, but the Tuesday after that. I've been told people get confused. Anyways, join us at 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. every other Tuesday, and we'll be right here doing our thing. See you soon, and let's roll the outro.
Join us on Win FM every other Tuesday for Let's Talk IT from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. to hear our hosts, Naeem Richardson and Janiqua Esdale, speak about different aspects of social media, technology, and STEM advancements in youth. Tune in, ask questions, and let's talk IT. Brought to you by the St. Kitts Nevis Robotics Association.
Hey, wrap it up. We're done already. Yeah, we wrap it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, give me some paper.
I'm Richie. Hey, well, hope you had fun. Gotta go, yo, we're done. Wrapping up another one. Being bored, that's unlikely. Next time we meet, yo, let's talk IT. Hey, saying let's talk IT. Yeah, let's talk IT. Yeah, being bored, that's unlikely. Next time we meet, yo, let's talk IT.